Hello everyone, welcome back to Scented Moments channel. I'm Julima. I hope you're all well, I hope you're all safe. And before I start this video guys, I just want to thank to all of you who are subscribing, who are supporting me since day one and since, whenever you joined to this beautiful Scented Moments community. This channel already reached 8,000 subscribers. We are heading into the 8,100 subscribers, so I am so happy. Thank you so much guys once again for all your ongoing support. And in this video I want to talk about my most complimented fragrances from my favorite fragrance brands. Usually by the end of each year I talk about my most complimented fragrances of that year. This year, because of the whole pandemic situation that we are living through, I mean, there's not enough time, not enough time to think of compliments to be complimented on a fragrance. I think that's not on the priority list, so I think I will skip a most complimented list of this year. But well, to replace that video, I will talk about my 10 most complimented fragrances, one from each fragrance brand that I love. And so starting off this list, of course it will not be in a specific order, and I have here fragrance from Monegal. I absolutely love this fragrance house. It's a Spanish niche brand, and the fragrance I have here is Faisa, this one right here. Gorgeous looking bottle. I already did a review of this fragrance. This was love at first sniff, and guys, this is one of the most potent fragrances that I have on my collection, if not the most potent fragrance in my collection. This is incredible. I love this fragrance. This has the most prominent notes. You have lemon, saffron right from the opening. You have raspberry, you have a lot of mimosa, a touch of rose and oud, and in the base you have amber and caramel. I mean, this fragrance is intoxicating. It's simply delicious, stunning. It's not overly masculine and neither overly feminine. I think this is perfectly unisex. And it's so complex, so rich, so thick. This is amazing. I love this fragrance. If not the best release of this year, one of the best releases of this year, and already one of my most complimented fragrances on my collection, hands down, is Faisa from Ramon Monegal. The next fragrance that I have here is from House of Nishane, and you all know how much I love this house. I already did a overview of Nishane fragrances, and my most complimented fragrance from this brand is Fan Your Flames. Fan Your Flames, also probably my most worn fragrance from Nishane. Fan Your Flames is, I think it's still my favorite from the brand. It was my first purchase, and it's still my favorite fragrance from Nishane. This fragrance is all about rum, it's coconut, it has tobacco, has amber, has tonka bean. It's delicious. It's so unique in my opinion. I mean, this has the best coconut fruit that I ever smelled. You have rum, it's very boozy, so you have this tropical feel, and it lingers so well with the more oriental notes. It's fantastic. I love this fragrance, and the performance is fantastic. It's one of my most potent fragrances from Nishane is Fan Your Flames, and of course it's the most complimented fragrance from this house, at least for me, of course. Fan Your Flames. The next fragrance that I have here is from House of Profumum Roma, and you all know how much I love this house. It's one of my top 2 or my favorite niche brand, and the fragrance is Dulcis in Fundo from Profumum Roma. And you can see how much I already wore this fragrance. This is delicious, one of my favorite Wolf Moon fragrances. This is all about orange, mandarin orange. You also have, this is delicious, you also have lemon bergamot, but this is more about orange and mandarin orange. with vanilla, a lot of vanilla, and you have like a caramelized touch here. So yes, it's sweet but not overly sweet. This smells like a orange creamsicle, but it's also quite cakey. Man, I love this so much. It has a natural feel into it. It's smooth, it's soft, but heavy on the projection, and the longevity is amazing. This is highly concentrated. After all, this is a Profumum Roma. I love this, and yes, by far from the fragrances that I have from Profumum Roma, this is my most complimented fragrance, and my girlfriend also loves this. So Dulcis in Fundo, guys, it's amazing. If you're searching for a citrusy vanillic fragrance, this is the one for you. Dulcis in Fundo. Now let's talk about a designer fragrance from the house of Mulger. And man, I love this house. I love the A-Man line, which is one of my favorite designer lines out there. And my most complimented fragrance from Mulger is Pure Malt. Pure Malt. Actually, it wasn't my first Mulger fragrance. My first was Pure Van actually, but this was my first blind buy, and it was already like 3 years ago. Man, this is the best boozy fragrance in the designer game. It's all about whiskey, dried fruits, patchouli, and the whiskey here, it's so uber realistic. And it has the sweetness of the dried fruits, but it's not synthetic at all. It doesn't smell like a overly synthetic fragrance, not at all. Very well done, very unique. I don't have any complaints in terms of performance with this one. I don't know the batch code, and personally I don't really care about batch codes, but I don't have any complaints in terms of performance whatsoever. I love this, and hands down, my most complimented fragrance from Mulger is Pure Malt. Next, let's talk about my favorite fragrance brand overall is Guerlain, and some of you consider Guerlain niche, others might consider a designer. I mean, it's simply Guerlain. Either you consider niche or designer. This fragrance actually is in the more commercial line of Guerlain, and it's by far my most complimented fragrance from Guerlain, and it is L'Homme Idéal Eau de Parfum. And this has everything to be a compliment puller fragrance. You have cherry, like a sweet cherry accord, which is delicious. You have tonka bean, you have suede, you have some woods in here, but it's all about sweet cherry, tonka bean, and suede. Stunning scents, so well done. This doesn't smell, it's so well balanced. Doesn't smell overly sweet, not overly harsh, not at all. It's simply perfect. One of the best of this line. Still not my favorite. My favorite is actually discontinued. It's L'Homme Idéal Cologne, which is so unique. I mean, it's a fresh take on the almond note, and it's done to perfection. Actually, this goes into a sweeter territory, perfect for fall and winter time, definitely. The performance isn't amazing, but while it lasts, man, you will shine. This is amazing. I love it. So smooth, silky, but still sweet. I mean, love this one. It's L'Homme Idéal Eau de Parfum. Next fragrance that I have here is from the house of Amouage, and also you all know how much I love Amouage fragrances, and Amouage, it's hard to be likable. It's not the most likable brand out there because the majority of the fragrances are very heavy, very intense, very opulent, and have that heavy oriental facet that it's not. I mean, not a lot of people will appreciate that, but that said, actually my most complimented fragrance from Amouage, it's also my favorite fragrance from Amouage, and it is Jubilation XXV. Also one of my most wanted fragrances from this house. Jubilation 25, it's the definition of opulent, regal, rich fragrance. You have a lot of notes in here, but you don't see, this doesn't develop all that much. And that's the beauty of it. Man, this is amazing. So you have blackberry in here, or blackcurrant. No. Well, it's either blackberry or blackcurrant in here, which is very prominent, very juicy, very fruity. And then you have myrrh, a lot of myrrh, oud, frankincense, opalpanax. You have like a honeyed feel in here also. This fragrance is amazing. And because of the sweetness, the fruity sweetness, it's what makes this quite likable, and you can get compliments because of that. At least it's what I feel in my experience. It's that fruity sweetness that can pull a lot of compliments, but and again, the performance is amazing. Love this. Amouage Jubilation 25. The next fragrance that I have here is from the house of Chanel, and this is by a mile shot the most complimented fragrance that I have from Chanel. And it's not that I have a lot of fragrances from Chanel. I think I just have 5 fragrances from Chanel, if I'm not mistaken. And the fragrance is Allure Homme Edition Blanche, this one right here. And this one can easily be on my top 5 most worn fragrances ever. Allure Homme Edition Blanche, it's all about lemon, spicy, it's so good, vanilla. This is the lemon meringue pie that everyone is describing this fragrance, and I completely agree with that. Definitely smells like a lemon meringue pie. It's gourmandish, but perfect for summer. Great performance, at least for me. This is the Eau de Parfum concentration. You also had, I think it was the Eau de Toilette concentré that was discontinued, or at least it was reformulated to the Eau de Parfum. A lot of people complain about performance with this one, with the Eau de Parfum version, but I don't have any complaints, and this smells amazing, smooth, realistic. There's no rough edges in here, and it's actually quite masculine, at least in my opinion. It smells fantastic and perfect for summer. But actually, although it's perfect for summer, yes, this is very versatile. I mean, because you have the vanilla, you have the spices, so this is very versatile in terms of seasons and occasions. This can easily be a signature scent fragrance, so, and that's why this is actually one of my most worn fragrances overall. So it's Allure Homme Edition Blanche from Chanel. The next fragrance that I have here is from the house of Tom Ford. I love Tom Ford, but there are a lot of rumors that Tom Ford will discontinue a lot of fragrances, and it's quite scary. And actually this is one of them. I don't know if that's really official or not, but this fragrance actually, it's on that list that it's going around on fragrance forums. So my most complimented fragrance from Tom Ford is Plum Japonais. Plum Japonais is the type of fragrance that if you want, or if I want to be noticed, if I want to get some compliments, this is the one to go. This one or Tobacco Vanille, which is actually my favorite Tom Ford, but well, for memory, for feelings, for memory reasons, have a lot of great moments attached with Tobacco Vanille, so I might be a bit biased, but actually Tobacco Vanille gets me quite a few compliments, but this one gets me more actually. Plum Japonais is, of course, all about plum. It's all about incense and oud. Man, this is fantastic. It's like a dirty, sweet plum with incense and oud. What a unique fragrance. Has also like a leathery facet in here. And this is very mysterious. This is dark, but still it's sweet. It has that sweetness from the plum that makes this so addictive. and it's so unique. I don't know why they are considered, or they will discontinue this fragrance. I don't know why they will do that. If they already did it, I mean, it's a sad thing to know. But again, I don't know if that's really official or not, but it's been going around for some time now in fragrance forums that Tom Ford will discontinue Plum Japonais. I mean, Tobacco Oud Intense, even Costa Azzurra, which I have, and it's my favorite from that blue line. Also, Oud Intense. I mean, there's a lot of fragrances that it's rumored that Tom Ford will discontinue, and this is one of them, sadly. But well, Plum Japonais, it's perfect for a night out, perfect for date night. It's quite bougie and avant-garde type of scent. I love it. It's Tom Ford Plum Japonais, and it also has like a bad boy feel. I love this one, but well, we will see what Tom Ford will do with this fragrance. I hope they will not discontinue, but well, we will see in the near future. The next fragrance I have here is from House of Xerjoff, and I love Xerjoff, and actually I really want to do like a Xerjoff fragrance house overview. Xerjoff is a funny thing for me. I mean, I love the majority of their fragrances, or at least I love a lot of their fragrances, but when I hate a fragrance of their range, I really do hate. I mean, it's really a love or hate fragrance house for me. It's quite funny, and usually and lately actually I'm a bit disappointed with their new offerings. Apollonia, great opening, the dry down, it feels vulgar. The other one, it's Dalla, from the Coffee Break collection, Golden Dalla, I think it's the name. What a disappointment. It's very synthetic, very harsh. I don't get the coffee at all. I just get like a generic sweet piercing fragrance. Blue Hope, Red Oba, I mean, there's some fragrance, even Alexandria 3, which I like it, but I feel that it's a bit redundant. I mean, yes, it's basically Alexandria 2, which I absolutely love, masterpiece. Take that fragrance, Alexandria 2, and add rose. Basically, it's that. I mean, it smells amazing. The rose is done really well there. But it feels a bit redundant. If you already have Alexandria 2, I mean, what's the point in having Alexandria 3 just because of the rose? But you have tons and tons of fantastic rose fragrances. So Xerjoff, it's a bit of love or hate, although I have a lot of fragrances that I love from Xerjoff. But well, enough talk about that. That I will save that for another video. This fragrance, my most complimented fragrance from Xerjoff, is More Than Words. This one right here. This is the 100ml bottle size. This is from the Join the Club collection, which is actually more affordable than your usual Xerjoff. This, oh, man, this is amazing. Again, opulent, rich, intense, thick. You have oud, you have rose, you have dried fruits. The rose here, it's a bit jammy, has that jammy rose feel. The oud is here. I had a lot of people saying that this smells like winter. So there's that. This is fantastic. The performance is nuclear. I love this, and it's definitely my most complimented fragrance from Xerjoff. A close second is also from the same line, and it's 14 Odds. Which was Love at First Sniff. Back then, it was my first fragrance from this Join the Club collection, and it's a close second, but this one still gets the prize, let's say, is More Than Words, is fantastic. Love this one of my favorites from Xerjoff. And last but certainly not least, man, I love this house since day one. It is from Stephane Humbert Luca, and my most complimented fragrance from his collection is Soleil de Jeddah. Soleil de Jeddah is again one of those fragrances that if I want to get noticed, if I want to receive a couple of compliments, this is the one that I will wear. Soleil de Jeddah is all about chamomile, leather, man, sweet vanilla. This is so good. It's smooth, it's soft, but it's still heavy. You have that heavy touch from leather and vanilla, but you also have this prominent note of chamomile, which gives like a floral but soothing and calm effect. This fragrance, for me, it's very unique. Although I already heard that this is a very common Middle Eastern type of scent, but for me this smells unique, and it's rich, it's opulent, it's very elegant, it's a diamond. It's like you are going to a party and you will shine. You are the only person that is shining in that party, you know? It's how it smells. It's amazing. I love this fragrance, and it's actually my most worn fragrance from Stephane Humbert. Actually, a close second fragrance that I get a lot of compliments with is Black Gemstone. Black Gemstone, it's one of the best resinous fragrances out there. It was a big of surprise that I received so many good feedback with that fragrance, but still this one beats that. Black Gemstone Soleil de Jeddah, guys, is fantastic. Gorgeous presentation. Also, the price is a bit steep. Yes, this is a 50 ml bottle size, but it's completely worth the money, in my opinion. But you also have, at least, well, here we still have Notino that carries Stephane Humbert. So if you're able to search in Notino in your country, do so. It's completely worth it. Guys, hope you enjoyed this video. I mean, I love to receive compliments, who doesn't? But it's not all about that at all. I prefer to use fragrances that I love. I just have fragrances that I love. And all the compliments that I receive are from my friends, family, colleagues. I mean, I never got that experience of being approached by a complete stranger and, oh my gosh, she is complimenting me. No, I never had that. And so, I mean, it's all in the end very subjective. And again, I love all of these fragrances. And again, the compliments, it's just the cherry on top. Guys, once again, I hope you enjoyed this video. Tell me in the comments down below, what are your most complimented fragrances from your favorite brands? I would love to hear your experiences. Tell me everything in the comments down below, guys, and see you in the next video. Take care. Ciao.